great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On play action, now Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10.
26. 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a 10. They take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his man London right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Kamara up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Hey, check that. Street.
He'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Check contact.
A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. ETN up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
This will be caught at about the 5. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. Kick 30.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Drake London, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Here we go.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Come on! 26. 50. Hey, you block over here.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Hey, Mike. Hey, 88, 630. 50. Inside.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, caught by London. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Second and 6.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Taking it right down Broadway.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught by Davis.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot in the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That's brought in downfield by London. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles.
But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Box it, box it, box it. Hey, take 26. Excellent. Jump out. 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown!
Chris Godwin,
28 yards.
and the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Back to throw here.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
ETN bringing in another one. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Second and 2. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Anthony Schwartz.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. One final shot. They'll look to throw, and they don't get it. It's incomplete. They gambled for the win, and they trail by 1 here in the final moments. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Bears, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs,